Okay, what is this? Is this an accountant nib? It might be. Let's just find out what it says. Rigid. It says rigid. Well, that it is. It is rigid. This is Schaefer Blue Ink. That was from a bottle that's older than I am. Not slightly faded, but at least you can see it. Yep, Otto Yang, you're right. Otto told me that Waterman rigid nibs are actually kind of fun, and they are. Because no matter how hard Waterman tried, flexibility was in their gene pool, their DNA. So there you can get some variety of line. Now, if you did that with a Schaefer pen, you're not going to get that degree of variation. Now, is this the one that I just bought? Rigid. This one says rigid as well, and I think this is the one that I had to file down, grind it down, because there was a big chunk of iridium missing. And it's still not quite right. But it'll work for me. What is this one? Another one that looks like it's rigid. Does this say rigid or does this say accountant? Rigid. It says rigid. They're all variations on a theme. Accountant nibs and rigid nibs are really, really close together in their in the line they make. Because they're both relatively firm. For example, this one, is clearly very flexible by comparison. So I did go through my taper rights to select the ones that I wanted to keep, and then I was going to go through my same kind looking pens, except with the regular nibs, just to see which ones I wanted to keep of that ilk. So are we going to do that right now? Is that what we're going to do? I like these little Corinths, Lady Corinth. See, this one has that little crappy bit off the end. But if you do that, you'd never know that there's a crappy bit on the end of it. It's really, they're really good, even if they have a crappy bit on the end of it. This used to have a end that was maybe transparent, and that has subsequently broken off. I'm looking at more of these Taporites. I just selected the ones that I wanted to keep. I don't have to look at these. These can stay up here in the sale bin. Let's see what I can find with these. Got a lot of them. There's some that are weird colors that I want to keep. Some are screw cap, like this one, that I want to keep, just because they were sort of Waterman's last gasp. I think I need to have a drawer that says last gasps, just because I think that would help me sort things out. Also different. I know that beer. That'll be on my tombstone. They're all so different. They're all just so different in terms of how they write. Yes, they're different in how they look, but that's so boring. This pen can go, this pen is red. This pen is blue. Yeah, I know that. I can see that. But when you put ink in a pen and you drive it around the block, the difference between driving a Ford Fairlane station wagon or whatever they were and a Maserati or Duesenberg or little MG sports car is a different experience. And the people that just look at a pen and don't actually